Guys, what is going on? As you all know, before these WWE pay-per-view events, I like to do something that I call card predictions video, and with Hell in a Cell coming up as I make this video, it is a little bit less than 1 month away. Hell in a Cell will be airing live on the WWE Network. It is the next SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view event. It's a pay-per-view that I'm not really that big of a fan of, just due to the fact of, it makes the Hell in a Cell feel watered down and not as special. Like, Hell in a Cell back in the day used to be reserved for blood-type feuds. Like, you would only see the Cell when it would call for it, a la Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Mankind, Triple H. The list goes on. And we've seen in recent years that you still can build to a Hell in a Cell match, but last year I was not a fan of them. I think they had 3 Hell in a Cell matches on one show. Way too much. At most 2. I would only do 1. And as you'll see on my card, I only have 1 Hell in a Cell match. And we'll see. We'll see what SmackDown Live has in store. I thought this past week's edition of SmackDown Live was good. It's been a while since I've been able to say that. Next week it seems like they're loading up for the show in Las Vegas, so maybe we'll get some momentum finally going on SmackDown Live, a show that could certainly use it, because it's been kind of lacking the last couple of weeks. But with all that out of the way, let's get into my card predictions for Hell in a Cell 2017. We'll start from the bottom and we'll work our way to the top. I have Breezdango taking on who I think will be finally called up from NXT. They lost the NXT Tag Team Championships. We still haven't figured out who have been the duo that has been attacking Breezdango. So on my card here, I think it would make sense to introduce the Authors of Pain. I think it would be a good way to introduce them, get them on TV, put them up against a credible team like Breezdango, a team that's over with the crowd. Love their Fashion Files segments. Although this past week we didn't have any of that on SmackDown, but there's still that big reveal, and I think it will be revealed as the Authors of Pain. I don't want to see it as Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. To me, that would just be kind of underwhelming. I think if you're going to introduce the Authors of Pain and you want a way to introduce them, why not have them go this route? I could certainly think of worse ways to introduce them. So that's my pick for who attacked Breezdango, and that's how I think they'd make their debut on the main roster. We'll have to see. We know they're coming up soon, so it's only a matter of time. So for Bobby Roode's first opponent here on pay-per-view, I'm going with Ty Dillinger. Now, I know they have Bobby Roode currently as a face. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, because I really think he's just more natural as a heel, but I am happy to see him on SmackDown. I was going back and forth between either having him face Dolph Ziggler, who's rumored to be leaving, and based on what they have him doing, I hope he leaves as soon as possible. So I think it comes down to either Dolph Ziggler or Ty Dillinger. I would rather see Ty Dillinger, because I thought those two, they had a pretty good match at NXT TakeOver Toronto, and I enjoyed their brief feud on NXT, so I wouldn't mind seeing, it would give Dillinger finally an opportunity to have a match on. I don't think he's had one match on the main pay-per-view. He's been on the pre-show, but he certainly hasn't been on the main pay-per-views. But Bobby Roode, Ty Dillinger, I think it would be a good first opponent for Bobby on pay-per-view, on WWE pay-per-view. I have Randy Orton continuing his thrown-together rivalry with Rusev, and this time I have it in a no disqualification match. I don't know if they're going to continue the feud between Randy Orton and Rusev. Like I said, Orton lost to Nakamura. Rusev's kind of just been around, so I guess you continue the feud between him and Orton, because otherwise I don't know what you do with these two. Since Orton's not going to be in the championship picture, and to up the stakes, to give this some type of excitement, I added a stipulation due to the fact that Rusev pretty much, got his ass kicked at SummerSlam. I figured, why not make this a no disqualification match and allow these guys to go outside the ring and beat the shit out of each other. Just have a good, no DQ match. Because otherwise, if it's just going to be another straight-up match, not really sure that I want to see that, because seeing as how what happened to Rusev at SummerSlam, the less said about that, the better. The Tag Team Championship picture, I have the Usos defending their SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. That is, if they successfully defend it this upcoming Tuesday. They're going to be in a street fight against the New Day, so by the time this video is up, you'll know who will be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But regardless of this, whether it's the New Day or the Usos, I would like to see a triple threat match between the Usos defending against the newly formed tag team of Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, who I'm happy to see back in the company, versus the New Day. I think a triple threat with all three of those teams, with the talent involved there, that could be potential for match of the night right there alone. And if you give it enough time, hell, I could even say, I don't know if I should say this, but could it be a match of the year candidate? I don't know, the Usos and New Day, they've really been tearing it up, and I think if you add a team like Gable and Benjamin, that's a team down the line I could see could have tag team championship success, depending on how far they go. But that's my prediction for Hell in a Cell, triple threat between all three of those teams. This one I think is fairly obvious. For the United States Championship picture, I have AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. On paper, it's not really a feud or a match that jumps off at me. It's like AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. That's a match I gotta see. But obviously, since Corbin lost Money in the Bank and lost to John Cena, his stock has really dropped. So I guess sending him after AJ Styles for the United States Championship is like, well, we kind of got to rebuild this guy now, so let's send him after AJ. I don't see him winning, but I definitely see this as the match that will take place at Hell in a Cell. Could be a good match. Has AJ Styles involved, so you can't go wrong there. I have Natalya defending her women's championship. That is, if she is successfully able to defend against Naomi this upcoming Tuesday on SmackDown, or Carmella could cash in, so this could go either way, but this is what I was able to come up with. I could see them, if Natalya successfully survives all of that, going into this pay-per-view, taking on Charlotte. Because Charlotte really has been absent from the women's championship picture for quite a while now, which has been kind of refreshing. It's a nice break because she was so involved on Raw, in that women's championship picture, for the weeks and months and over a year. So it's nice that they're taking a break from Charlotte. I wouldn't see her winning this match due to the fact of the impending showdown between the Four Horsewomen, Ronda Rousey's crew, and Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, Sasha Banks. So that's why I think they're keeping the Four Horsewomen out of the championship picture. I don't think Charlotte would win the title if she was given this opportunity or was challenging against Natalya. But I think just for this pay-per-view, they've had matches before. They could go back to that. Had really good matches, actually. Their matches in NXT were really, really good stuff. So that's my prediction for the Women's Championship match here on Hell in a Cell. And then our final two matches. It's already set. We got Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't want to see this inside. I mean, it would make sense to put it inside Hell in a Cell, although the last time they had a Punjabi prison, I know we'd like to delete that from our memory. Somebody interfered anyway. The Great Khali, Singh Brothers, whatever. The Singh Brothers did interfere, and then the Great Khali. So even if it's inside Hell in a Cell, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Save the Hell in a Cell for one match and one match alone, and that would be Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. I love the segment that they did this past Tuesday on SmackDown with Owens just incensing and inciting Shane, and then Shane went off on him. And now this upcoming Tuesday, Shane's suspended. No chance in hell Vince McMahon's coming back, so you don't know what the hell is going to happen. Perhaps he makes the announcement of this being inside the cell, but this should be a one-match show, a one Hell in a Cell match show, and it should be Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. Really the only match out of all these on the card that should be inside Hell in a Cell, as it actually warrants it, the way that the feud has been building up over the last couple of weeks and months. So that's my card predictions for Hell in a Cell. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. Leave your card predictions down below in this video. And remember to click that like and subscribe button. Of course, for more video content coming soon to youtube.com/DanielGaza412. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGaza412 for all my latest tweets. And with that being said, I am out. I will see you guys in my next video, whenever that may be. So thank you all for watching. Until then, have a great day.